11,500 foot-pounds of torque. 11,000. So if you take two Hummers, park them next to each other, both go wide open throttle at the same time, you can change the direction that the Earth is rotating.
Okay, that makes sense.
What's going on, guys? Bijan here. So this is some more automotive news, and what is Hummer doing? So GMC released the Hummer, right? Long time ago, it was the Humvee. It was used in military applications, could crawl up walls. It was a crazy vehicle in and of itself. Then we got the H2, a little more streetable version, still big, got about, 10 gallons to the mile, something ridiculous. Then they released the H3, and Hummer kind of died off for a while since then, until a couple months ago. So now we're starting to get some more information released on the new Hummer EV. EV, so an electric Hummer. The electric car movement is here and it's happening. So this electric Hummer can raise and lower its suspension by 2 inches for aerodynamics and also for going through the trails. It has underbody cameras, so you know how much clearance you have if you're going to run into rocks, destroy the bottom end, or if you're going to bottom out. It also has crab walk. What is crab walk, you may say? Because I looked it up. It's ridiculous. Essentially, crab walk means it can just go sideways. So you know how cars go forward and backward? And we turn the wheel, and then we have to make a 3-point U-turn. No. The Hummer, it has to be moving forward. It isn't a full 90-degree crab walk. But essentially, as you crab walk the car, you can just go like that. Imagine how easy it's going to be to park the car, go through trails. The application is unbelievable. Not only will it help day to day, like I said, just driving the car, having to park the car because it is a behemoth of a vehicle, but also on trails. So when you're off-roading, you can crab walk the car, go around an intense rock that you may have had to partially go over or somehow figure out if you can go over it, which the Hummer will tell you because you have cameras on it and you can raise the suspension on it. Now, I also thought it was going to be some ridiculous, it'll get, 10 miles to a charge. No.
You were wrong again, Ernie!
You can get 100 miles of charge in 10 minutes, and its rated range is 350 miles. 350 miles. That's not bad. That's pushing Tesla territory. Now, the rest of the specs of the car are also ridiculous. So like I said, over 11,000 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, essentially Elon Musk is just going to call GMC and go, hey, let me borrow 2 of them. We'll send cars to Mars. I want to experience that. I want to see what it's like to have 11,000 pounds of thrust. Now, I imagine it's going to be a gearless system like electrics are. So it's just going to be stopped into the next state. Not only that, but it has a nice conservative 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower. So it's definitely not a slouch. The car also from the factory comes on 35, something that Jeep owners immediately do to every single one of their vehicles. Just comes with it. Now I'm curious, will Arnold have to say, I'll be back, to go and charge his Humvee in the new Terminator because it's electric? Can we just stop and think about that for a second? Hummer, the company that doesn't get miles per gallon, gets gallons per mile, is making an electric Humvee with 11,000 foot-pounds of torque. I still can't get over that. It's unbelievable. Now, the Humvee hasn't actually come out yet. Should call it a Hummer. Stop calling it a Humvee because the original H1 was the Humvee. The Hummer hasn't actually come out yet, so we are yet to see if all of these figures are true and tried and tested. Because if we can strap this truck down to a dyno and it's actually getting over 10,000 to the wheel of torque, that's unbelievable. You can tow semis that are towing other semis with that amount of torque and then just charge it up in the next city. I would love to see, test drive, and experience this new Humvee.
Another one.
The horsepower it has, the cameras it has underneath, the fact that the suspension can adjust 2 inches to adjust for aerodynamics or if you're going off-roading, underbody cameras, comes on 35s, the amount of horsepower that it does, the amount of torque that it has, that car is going to have some presence. So essentially, Hummer, it seems like they're doing this to combat the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck being the weird truck that it is with its bulletproof metal and glass that's going to be on it, the 6 seats, the ton of torque it's going to have. I'm curious to see when we start putting that Cybertruck against this Hummer, how they're gonna stack up. Will the Cybertruck get way more range but have way less torque? Will the Hummer actually live up to the amount of torque that it has? Will it be able to charge 100 miles in 10 minutes? Because that's insane. If it can do that, it's essentially fast charging. Like on some Samsung phones, you can charge to like 85% or 80% in 15 minutes. We're starting to do that with cars. Now, the only thing that, not the only thing, but one big thing that really makes me wonder about the electric vehicle is when you go to the gas station and I put gas like in this BMW, it's a one-size-fits-all pump. I just put it in and then pump the gas. If Tesla and Hummer and every other company that's making an electric car is going to have its own proprietary plug, there's going to be like 100 plugs at an electric charging station. I think we need to start moving towards and making one proprietary plug for all electric vehicles that everybody abides by to make charging the electric vehicles so much easier. That's going to be it for today's automotive news. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you on the next one.